Good morning, students. I hope you're doing fine, and I'm sure you had fun on Diwali and enjoyed the festival of lights. Now we are back to our studies. If you remember, we completed the chapter 9 of Honeysuckle. The name of the chapter was Desert Animals. And first thing I had asked you to find out a mistake in the chapter. In the presentation there were two mistakes, and I just wanted to make sure that you children go through the videos or the presentations we make for you. So here is the first mistake. It was in the cover slide only. See this. The name of the chapter is Desert Animals, not Desert Animals. Desert and desert are two different words. So here we are talking about desert, and this was dessert. Dessert is the sweet dish we eat after our meals. But here we are talking about desert, where we have only single S. So some of you could identify this mistake, but nobody could find both the mistakes. So as soon as we go with the chapter, with the book exercises, I'll tell you about the second mistake also. So here we are doing desert animals, and in this chapter we learned about some animals, how they adapt themselves in the harsh conditions of the desert, how they survive in those difficult conditions. So first of all, we have working with the text, in which our A part is talk to your partner and say whether the following statements are true or false. We have to read these statements, recall the chapter, and remember what was written in that, and then find out whether these statements are true or false. So first one is, no animal can survive without water. Yes, this is true for all. No animal, big or small, can survive without water. Deserts are endless sand dunes. This is false, because deserts are not only comprising of sand, they can be pebbly, they can be rocky, there can be so many uh, thorny bushes in the desert. So it's not the deserts can have only sand dunes. So this is false. Most snakes are harmless. Yes, this is what we read in the chapter. Most of the snakes are harmless, but then some are very poisonous too. Snakes cannot hear, but they can feel vibrations through the ground. Yes, this also is true. Camels store water in their humps. No, this is a wrong belief. They do not store water, but they store fat in it. Now, second part is answer the following questions. How do desert animals survive without water? Yes, we read about some animals like gerbils. Those are small rat-like animals. What do they do? How do they survive without water? Because they keep themselves cool by remaining in cool underground burrows, so that they do not need too much of water. Second is darkling beetles. What do? They uh, collect small water droplets on their legs and then put them in their mouth, put those drops in their mouth after lifting their legs high up. This is how they survive without water for long time. And camels, they drink water from the desert animals. They get moisture from desert plants. This is how some animals survive without water for a long period of time. Now, second is, how do mongooses kill snakes? Mongooses have very swift reactions. When they start a fight with snakes, they move very swiftly and always avoid the attack of the snakes. They get away fast when the snake tries to strike, and this way they make a nuisance of themselves and they try to exhaust the snake actually. They trouble the snake until it is tired. Then they attack and kill the snake. They themselves don't get any injury. They are very clever animals actually. Now, next, how does the hump of the camels help them to survive when there is no water? The hump of the camel is meant for storing fat and not water. The fat meets the camel's need for food and water and also nourishment. They do not store water in the humps, but they store fat. And when the food is scarce in the deserts, food and water, they utilize that fat in their humps very slowly and gradually. This is how they meet their need. Actually, they can survive without food and water for a very long time. This is how they survive. Now, next, read the words, phrases in the box. With your partner, find their meaning in the dictionary. So we have some words in the box here, which we have to put in these blanks at their correct places. Fill in the blanks in the following passage with the above words or phrases. Here, the phrases or words which are in the box here. Again, we have to recall the story here. All animals in forests and deserts struggle to survive. This is the first one. In harsh conditions. Though most of the animals are harmless, some are dangerous when threatened. All animals are dangerous when they are threatened, when they think that they have got some kind of danger lurking near them, so that is when they attack. If an intruder is noticed, they attack or bite to save themselves. They struggle continually for food and water. Some animals are called predators because they prey on other animals. I'm sure you know the meanings of these words. Harmless, you know, which cannot harm us, survive, to live. Intruder is the person who can just come without permission or who can come stealthily into somebody's and try to invade somebody's privacy. Threatens is when they feel the danger. Predators are those who prey on other animals, who attack other animals, and prey are the animals which they eat. And continually is not there is a difference between continuously. Continuously means without any break. Continually means when we have going on for some time, then we have a break for some time, and after that we continue again. This is what is the difference between continuously. Continuously means without break, and continually means having small breaks in between. So next we have, look at these sentences. Deserts are the driest places on earth. Gerbils spend the hottest part of the day in cool underground burrows. See here we have to just see the words which have been used. Now form pairs. Ask questions using a suitable form of the word in brackets. Try to answer the questions too. Do you know which animal is the hare? We have to use the superlative degree of the word in the bracket. Which animal is the tallest? So here we will be using tallest. So giraffe is the tallest. Which animal runs the, again, superlative degree of the word in bracket, fastest? That is cheetah. Which place on earth is the hottest? That is the Sahara Desert or the coldest. Coldest is a place in Ladakh. So which animal is the largest? Which is the tallest mountain in the world? Which is the hare again? Yes, this is what I remembered. Again, there we had made a mistake. I had made a mistake here. So this you could not identify. Yes, one student could. So here in the answers you will find I have written most rainy, whereas that is not true. It should be rainiest placed on earth. So you'll correct it. It is the rainiest placed on earth, which is the oldest living animal. So these are, here we had to use superlative degrees of these adjectives in the brackets. Now next, look at these sentences. Thinking about language, this is the language part of the book exercises. Most snakes are quite harmless, but a few are poisonous. Most snakes lay eggs, but the rattlesnake gives birth to its young. Now write 5 sentences like these using most and the clues below. So here we have to use these sentences, put these sentences like this by using most and but, if we can use it. 90% of people are honest, 10% are dishonest. So it will be like, most people are honest, but some are dishonest. Lots of fruit have plenty of sugar. Some fruits, citrus fruits, are low in sugar. Most fruits have plenty of sugar, but some citrus fruits are low in sugar. Every soft drink except this one has lots of empty calories. Most soft drinks have lots of empty calories. The majority of films are romances, a few on other topics. Most of the films are on romances, except for a few, or you can write, but few are on other topics. A majority of people agree that he's a good leader, just a few disagree. Most of the people agree that he's a good leader, but some disagree. Now next is, look at these sentences. Animals cannot survive for long without water. So desert animals have to find different ways of coping. See the words which have been put in italics here. We have to use we have to use same words, whichever is suitable in these blanks here. The first sentence says what cannot happen or be done. So here we are talking about capability. The second tells us what must therefore be done, what it is necessary to do. Complete these sentences using cannot and have to or has to. You dash reach the island by land or air. You dash go by boat. So here we have to use you cannot reach. Just try to understand the sentence, where to use cannot and where to use have to or has to. You cannot reach the island by land or air. You have to go by boat. We dash see bacteria with our eyes. We dash look at them through a microscope. We cannot see bacteria with our eyes. We have to look at them through a microscope. He dash a new bicycle now. He dash wait till. He cannot have a new bicycle now. He has to wait till next year. Old people often cannot hear very well. They have to use a hearing aid. Road users cannot do what they wish. They have to follow the traffic rules. She cannot accept this decision. She has to question it. You cannot believe everything you hear. You have to use your judgment. So this was it. Imagine you're journeying through a desert. Write a couple of paragraphs describing what you see and hear. I'm sure many of you must have seen a desert, and write a small paragraph based on your experience. Or if you haven't been to a desert, you can just imagine, because even if you have not been to a desert, but you must have a good idea about how a desert looks like and what a person can experience there. So you can write a small paragraph on that. So here are your solved exercises. We discussed them. Now you can also copy from here if you have some doubt. And these answers, though I have solved them for you, I've given the answers for you to you, but then if you want to write your own answers, you are free to do so. You can do that. There is no problem in that. Here also, see here, now in the second one the answers are already given. Yes, there. Remember, this is the mistake here. So you will correct it. Instead of most rainy, write rainiest. I don't know whether I can use this pen for writing. Rainiest. So this is the IEST. RAIN. Let me check here if I can write it here. RAINIEST. Rain. Yes, it needs a lot of practice. So this is it. Instead of most rainy, you'll write rainiest. Rest of them are all correct, which is the oldest. So all your solved exercises are here. Yes, here also. Please check them properly and then copy them on the book, not on the notebook, but question answers you can write wherever there is space on the book. You can write that on the book, and wherever there is no space on the book, there you can that you can write on the notebook. So that is all for today. Hope you have understood the book exercises and complete your work. Now we'll do the section B of this unit, that is based on the poem, and the name of the poem is What If.